And here's a fight I've been waiting for all evening, folks. Theil Edwards, Renegade Jiu-Jitsu, Renegade team. And he's made a few changes. Sometimes conditioning was a bit of a question mark around Theil Edwards, but he wants to rise to the British middleweight title. And it's going to be Renegade Jiu-Jitsu against Team Underground, which is going to be an absolute we haven't seen Team Underground tested by Renegade before yet.
So like collapse, I'm spilling these raps long as you feel them. To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop sending them. Women are caught in web, spin them in hawk venom. Adrenaline shot, the penicillin could not get the ill in the stop. Amoxicillin's just not filling up. The criminal cop killing hip-hop, filling a minimal swap to cop millions of pop listeners. You call me with me, feel it or not, you're gonna fear it like I showed you. The spirit of God is enough. You hear it a lot, lyrics the shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Listen up, the sizzle, my whistle, this is the plot. Listen up, you peasants for God's listen does not give a fuck.
Till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke is out, and my eyes.
Sitting here in the best seat of the house, I'm Steve Brinkman, bringing you all the action cage stuff.
And introducing his opponent, coming out to the blue corner, Yassine Adjadj!
Yassine Adjadj, 4-5 currently. Team Underground, he's also known as the Kung Fu Panda. Got 2 wins, he's riding a really high score. He's riding a high of 2 victories. Round 3 KO on Cage Warriors Academy. And he's got a rear naked choke victory on Shock and On. This is a man who can do it all. He can bang it out, and he can take it the distance. He's got some submission. He can throw it at any time. He wants that title as well. Who's going to win for you? Who's got the mostest? Who's prepared? No problem for moving forward to the cover and attacks. Very relaxed there.
This is our 13th contest of the evening. Introducing first, the fighter in the red corner, representing Team Renegade, is Theil Edwards! And introducing his opponent in the blue corner, representing Team Underground, is Yassine! We go to your referee, Mr. Alan Jackson.
Both men are fan favorites, and both men have brought their faithful with them. As I said, Theil Edwards 3-4, Yassine Adjadj 4-5. Let's see if either man can make it an even record here tonight. They touch gloves as they come out both in the orthodox stance. Theil Edwards light on his feet. Yassine leaning back slightly, maybe looking to land some switch high kicks. Goes to the calf early.
Beautiful karate stance going on. It is the chin up thing though. It always feels like it's very vulnerable.
I like the pouting look.
Yeah. I mean,
Yassine Adjadj.
Yassine's also had 9 amateur fights. He's done this enough now. He's got that experience. He's not going to come here and rush forward. He's going to be patient. And we don't have enough good things to say about Theil Edwards either.
We don't. It's just, look at, now he's, I'm just thinking about the confidence that he's going to gain from being at Team Renegade now, and we see it. We see him a lot calmer, but whereas before we'd see him steam forward, press up and try to grind it against the cage for a victory. Right now he's kicking the legs, he's picking the shots, and he's trying to make Yassine step even heavier. Yassine switching stances. Jab lands for Theil Edwards. He's good at taking that lead leg back and making Yassine throw and miss.
And we've had a lot of fights with Theil Edwards here on Battle Arena. We've just seen him evolve as a fighter. Maybe not look that technical in the beginning, and just be kind of a bit of a physical specimen. And now he's the complete technician. But he's had his hands full here with a very experienced Yassine Adjadj from Team Underground.
I like the way that he threw the feint without pumping the jab. Now he's pumping it.
And Yassine coming into this British title fight as well, middleweight British title, amateur title fight. They're coming off 2 big wins. He had a round 3 KO on Cage Warriors Academy.
He ducks out well to his left side to avoid the right straight of Theil Edwards, which we know, if connected, can completely change a fight's landscape.
What do you think of these kicks, Steve? Basically, Yassine is just eating them. I remember my old karate teacher used to teach us, like, just lean into the kick, which is what he's doing. He's actually, instead of checking, he's just planting his foot and leaning into it, and you can see that leg
it's
is
that
red.
Outside red. It's that right hit kick that's caused the redness on the outside of the left thigh.
Yeah. And it's almost, I think, the very baggy shorts where Yassine are slightly no-selling it, because you can't see quite how bad that leg is.
You can see him stepping and like locking the knee a little bit. It's definitely hurting him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take even one of those kicks, and he's taken several.
Spinning hook kick. Yassine's starting to have a little bit of fun.
Some guys are just made to be warriors, and it looks like Yassine is. He's having so much fun in there. No selling it, looking off into the crowd where he thinks the kick of Theil Edwards went, but you can't undersell the way that those right leg kicks have just pounded the left leg of Yassine in this first round.
Yeah, well, I feel like Yassine's just settled in at the end of that round. Maybe at the beginning, the physicality of Theil Edwards, he's an intense-looking guy. You know, there's no fat on this man. He's like absolutely shredded. And then Yassine just, I think that end of the round, just settled in and realised this man is beatable. There's holes in the game. I'm going to start baiting him in, start throwing some spinning hook kicks.
Yeah, he's showing different looks,
like that.
Things that towards the end were almost freezing Theil Edwards in place. He was happy to stay in his stance and stay on the outside of range. But you want to get in there. And there wasn't a lot of hands that landed for either fighter in that first round.
No,
so
it was tail of the kicks, really, don't you think? The leg kicks was the factor. And Theil's got a little bit more of a traditional Thai stance, or a boxing stance. He's shorter. His feet are closer together. And it means you can lift that front leg and check it. Whereas you've seen the weakness of that long karate stance, or Conor McGregor blitz stance, is that you essentially can't just lift your front foot up because your weight is too far spread out. And it really leaves you vulnerable to calf kicks and leg kicks. And it looks pretty red, that leg, from here.
Yeah, you really have to establish some sort of upper body attack. So hands, kicks, start getting them guessing and moving into where you want to plant that knockout shot. But Yassine's done it before, and he's done it in the third round, so we know he's always dangerous. You see Theil Edwards comes out. Step up low kick.
Oh. Whoa. There's been a criticism of Theil Edwards before that he's not necessarily a finisher. I think he wants to put him away. He wants to change that. He wants to get a big finish for this British title.
I think he seemed to have the ability there to overwhelm. And Yassine's just not controlling the cage at all. He's moving back. He lifted up check that kick finally. Hands first. Very good. Very good advice from the welterweight champion.
Yeah, if you're going to get advice from anyone, it should probably be the UFC welterweight champion of the world in your corner.
And and even if it's just hands for a feint, that's a great way to start. You don't want to throw any naked kicks, because those end up eating counter shots. And those are all coming to the calf of Theil Edwards.
It seems kind of landing with the foot, though. It's weird with the calf kick. Normally you want to slam your shin into their calf.
Nice head movement from Theil Edwards.
Theil you never see any change in expression. He never looks flustered. Just constant pressure. He always controls the middle of the cage. It looks like we're watching, someone who had 7 or 8 pro fights.
Yeah, he's faking him out with his hands and his head. Yassine just hasn't gotten anything off in the second round at all.
Yeah, you're seeing. Yeah, it's a very good point.
And
Steve,
even if Theil Edwards isn't getting much off, he's thrown a head kick that's coming off the guard. That one did miss. But it's more landing and more of an impression for Theil Edwards there.
And Yassine's got a little bit of the antics, which I like. You know, you want to get in the head of your opponent there. He was looking away when he dodged that kick, but you've also got to be offensive. If you can't just show off your defense and not throw anything back. And he's switched stance now, Yassine. He's right foot forward this whole round. I wonder if his left leg is giving him issues. He came out orthodox, and now he's decided he's a southpaw. Or he's setting up a spin, maybe.
The thing is, though, this creates an open side for Theil Edwards with that strong right kick, and if he starts going up to the body, he could cause a bit more damage to Yassine. Now Yassine's backing him up with a few feints. That long southpaw stance, possibly getting Theil Edwards to walk onto the left hand and the left high kick.
Maybe that's why he switched. He's trying to load up that left high kick. Bit of a game plan. Nice right front neck side kick to the body. I like the fact that Theil, he has absolutely zero obvious or emotional reaction to some of the antics of Yassine. Yassine's trying to get in his head, and Theil is just all game plan. Nice round, right hand right at the end for Yassine, but that was the only moment really from the round. It's a spinning back kick that sort of landed, the front leg side kick, but the rest was all Theil Edwards, I feel. I mean, it's a pretty easy adjustment for Yassine's corner. They're going to say, you've got to do the feints and then throw something. And
just looking here at the end of the second round, that he was able to close him down so readily. That is a huge factor. And that is something that should be on Yassine's radar, especially if he wants to try to get a finish here in the third round. Because you got to think, even though that little moment there at the end of the second, you can't be sure that you'd won that second round. And it looked like the first round with the leg kicks was going to go to Theil Edwards. So you're in a position right now where you've got to find the finish. And maybe that's what Yassine's been doing. Taking a look at seeing the looks of Theil Edwards, seeing what he has to offer. Certainly Theil Edwards hasn't made him respect the power yet in any way, shape, or form. So here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. All to play for here in the third round. Our first title on the line. The Renegade folks are amped.
Yep.
The Underground folks are amped. He comes out orthodox, does Yassine. This time he's a little bit lighter on his feet.
Yeah, it's clearly it's just a different looks thing. He's like, this is his orthodox round, now it's southpaw round. Oh, he's back to southpaw. Yeah, I felt like he had a bit more success being orthodox. Oh, look at that kick. Thing is, he can no-sell it, but one of them's going to land.
As long as Theil Edwards has had trouble with the range so far. He's had trouble getting into punching range and difficulty with a kicking range, anything above the waist. And Theil Edwards is the kind of guy where you think he could just blitz forward.
Yeah. Yeah, he's clear. He has so much power. He's so athletic, but he's also very tempered. He knows when to use it and when not. Lovely right hand.
There we go. There we go.
There's no selling it, but same thing. Theil doesn't get drawn in.
But you see, I saw the mist come off of him.
Yeah. Oh, question mark kick. That was so close.
Theil Edwards very aware. Like you were talking about, that kind of professional mannerism, that professional state of mind for Theil Edwards, and he definitely has it. Look, he's backing him up, and he's walking him onto the kick, backing him up, walking him onto the punches now.
And Leon Edwards in Theil Edwards' corner, calling for simple jab crosses. And it's working. When he gets him backed up, this is where Yassine can't do his crazy spinning kicks. He seems very uncomfortable against the cage.
He doesn't have very much space, you're right, exactly, zero space. Theil Edwards walking down. I'd like to see a left hook, maybe to corral Yassine into the right hand.
Yep.
That would be nice. He's just chewed up the legs.
Nice right kick. Kick in the middle. Are we to assume that Theil Edwards and Leon Edwards are related?
Oh,
it's a good bet.
Could be.
That was a nice spinning
hook kick did land.
Just didn't have a lot on it.
Unfortunately. Didn't do any damage, and now were pressed up. Nice wizard. Theil Edwards has been here many times before, pressing against the cage, using that. Now he's low, he's on the legs, got his hands connected.
He's going to try and suck him in, pull him away.
Yeah.
Good defense by Yassine.
You see he's doing really well. He's planted that. Now he gets sat down momentarily. 20 seconds remaining, and now Theil Edwards is on top of him. He's throwing left hands. Good job posting on the wrist.
15 seconds.
He can't stand up. Oh, look, there you go. Just eating a couple there. Just putting a statement on the round, and Yassine is forced to clinch up to avoid any further damage from Theil Edwards. And that is all she wrote, folks, in our first title fight of the evening. Who will be the middleweight British champion? We're only moments away from the official decision, but I can't see it going anything else than the Renegade way. Yassine had a lot of interesting looks. It just took him a long time to get off the stool, if you know what I mean. He's throwing it. I think he's a bit confused about the rules. He thought that he would have maybe more than 5 rounds, maybe 5 rounds to fight this out, but the 3 5-minute rounds only comes for a world title, of which we will have a few of those later on in the card. I think Yassine just likes fighting. They can continue in the car park if they want, but you can't seriously drop 3 rounds in a row and then expect to turn it around in a 5-round fight. Some people have done that. Actually, a man in Theil Edwards' corner has done that before. And that's what made it so special. But
Fighters to the center.
you have to have some ring generalship and some understanding of the rules before you get in there and fight. Yassine a bit disappointed, but Theil Edwards and him will stand for the vie for that British
After
middleweight
3
title.
rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. It is a unanimous decision for the British champion in the red corner, Theil Edwards!
And there you have it, folks. Theil Edwards cements himself at the top of the middleweight British mountain. You gotta think there's a big target on his back now. But he gets to enjoy the moment, as he should. A great performance.